Hey boys and girls, Mrs. Edelbrock here. I'm back. I'm back in my office. And just so you know, the picture behind you is my coming home from the hospital when I was a baby. Some of you don't know this, but I was 3.5 months, almost 4 months premature. And I was a little tiny thing, and I wasn't really supposed to live the night. And I fooled them. So that picture back there is my coming home outfit, my little hat and shoes, and the newspaper articles my mother saved. That being said, I'd like to do a fun activity with you right now, and it's called the Instrument Family Sort Hunt. So we're going to sort the instruments first, and they're in 4 categories: metal, drum, shaker, scraper, and wood blocks. And we're going to start with our metals first. Now, in class, we had the triangle and the bells and the cymbals. And I don't think you have that around your house, but I'm going to show you what I found in my house that I looked around and found some ideas. So I'm going to show you my ideas. The first idea is I found an old napkin ring. And remember, we had our triangle, and I said you need the triangle and you need the suspender. So I'm going to just create the suspender. Hang on, I'm just going to tie this. See? And then I'm going to find a beater. And I've found this little tiny spoon that I got in Scotland. And you just tap it. So that's kind of like the triangle. Then I went and I found these napkin rings that I use at Christmas time, and I just could use those as my jingle bell. I also have a metal lobster cracker or a nutcracker, and you can just tap the rhythm on that. Okay, so that's that one. I have a metal bowl, and it could act like a drum. Okay, it's a ringing drum. And last but not least, I found, now you might not want to use your mama's cheese grater, but you could if you wanted to, and you just scrape it. Okay. The next thing I have are some scrapers, and I have 3 types. Let me show you. 3 types. I took 2 sponges, and then I have another 2 sponges that I cut in half. I wonder what it sounds like with this side. Has a softer sound. And then the famous pool noodles. Teachers have been cutting up pool noodles. And you can cut them in half, or you can use them like that, okay? They're relatively inexpensive. So what I'd like to do is show you the wooden instruments. These I found in my husband's paint kit. I think he uses it to stir. They're wooden dowels. Okay, they're great little lummy sticks. You also could use them as drumsticks. And I showed you this bucket, I think, and this is going to be my music instrument bucket. And the next time you see me, I'm going to paint it and make it beautiful. And all my instruments are going to go in this bucket. I have chopsticks, but if you prefer not to use those, I would advise not to, because, you know, it might be offensive to some people. So we're not going to use chopsticks anymore, unless you really want to, and that's all you have. Then there's my wooden dowels. Then I also have wooden spoons, clapping spoons. Turn them over. lummy sticks, and drumsticks. You can also find a wooden block. I found this wooden block. It's a doesn't smell anymore. It's an old cedar block. So if you have cedar blocks in your cupboard, and I'm going to just tap it, my wooden cedar blocks. Those are my woods. They would add like a tone block and rhythm sticks. And my maracas could be two things. We have egg shakers. And I just took an egg and Easter egg and put some popcorn in it and shook it up. And if you can't find an egg shaker, get a box and put some buttons in it. And that's another, make sure you wrap it with tape, okay? Make it like a present. You can wrap that up with tape. I also went to the bathroom and I found two little secrets. Two deodorants. If you have any of those little hand shampoos, the tiny shampoos, that will work too, but just make sure the lid is on them. Okay, and last but not least, so those are my shakers. I want you to see if you can find a ball, a tennis ball or any kind of ball. Doesn't necessarily have to bounce that hard. And I'd like you to see if you can find a whiteboard, a marker, and a towel. Okay, something that you can, write on and show me back. Okay, so those are my instruments. Good luck finding them. Have fun, and we'll see you in class.